Andrew Tucker, and welcome to Andrew Tucker World. What's going on, all my great people? What's going on, all my boxing fans? Much love and respect to all of my subscribers, the UK Army, Tucker Army, my special members, part of the membership. Much love and respect to all of you guys. Listen, let's make it happen. Make it happen. I'm sorry. Make it happen. I would love to see that fight. Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. I would love to see that fight. I would love to see that fight. Because if you ask me, Deontay Wilder is still like top 5 heavyweight, even losing to Tyson Fury. And I think he's still like #1 contender in the WBC rankings. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But like I say, he's still a top heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? He's still a top heavyweight. You got a lot of heavyweights. A lot of, you got some good, solid heavyweights in the top 10. You know what I mean? But Deontay Wilder, let's keep in mind, Deontay Wilder is still top 5 heavyweight. I believe he comes in at number 4, number 3, or something like that. If I'm not mistaken. I'll say number 4. Comes in like number 4. You should have you should have Tyson Fury #1. Tyson Fury because of the lineal status, Ring Magazine, and WBC heavyweight champion. And then second, when it comes to the top 10 heavyweights in the heavyweight division, number 2 should be Alexander Usyk. One of the best pound for pound fighters in the world. Number 2 should be Alexander Usyk. Number 3, of course, should be Anthony Joshua because he's two-time. Well, actually, honestly, first how it is in like I'll go by like Ring Magazine. So you got champion and then #1, number 2, number 3. So Fury is champion. I'm gonna just go by how Ring Magazine got it, like, you know, in that order, and kind of like in that order. You know, you have champion Tyson Fury because of the lineal status, and Ring Magazine WBC heavyweight champion, and then you have #1. You have Alexander Usyk at number 1. You have Alexander Usyk #1. Because he is 2-division world champion, former cruiserweight undisputed world champion, and now the unified heavyweight champion. So of course, Alexander Usyk is #1. Fury is champion, right? So of course, Fury is over Alexander Usyk. He's over. I'm just going like how Ring Magazine would have it all set up. Like how Ring Magazine would have it set up. I'm just doing it that way. So basically Fury #1, whatever. But Fury is champion, right? And then you have Alexander Usyk should be #1, right? And then you have Anthony Joshua coming in at number 2. Anthony Joshua coming in at number 2, because he is two-time unified heavyweight champion, because of what he's accomplished in the sport, resume, whatever. But I'm just saying, I'm just looking at the accolades, what he's accomplished. So you can say Anthony Joshua is 2-time. I ain't going nowhere. Y'all thought, man, listen, YouTube can shadow ban my channel. They cannot recommend my videos. They cannot notify a high percentage of my subscribers. They can demonetize my videos. YouTube can do whatever they want to do. As long as I get 30 people at least watching this video, at least I get 100. Ain't none of y'all people that's praying on my downfall want to see me delete my channel, want to see me give up, want to see me vanish and disappear, want to see me fail, want to see me give up. I'm not going nowhere. It's nothing but love and respect to a lot of people. But y'all know I'm one of the realest content creators, one of the realest boxing channels in the YouTube boxing community. One of the realest. And some people, y'all can choose to watch my channel or go to all these other channels. Hey, it's a lot of channels I got a lot of love and respect for. They're like brothers, you know what I'm saying? Close friends and brothers, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, a lot of those channels know I'm a force to be reckoned with. I am a force to be reckoned with. Ain't no stopping me. I feel like I only fear God. And God, I feel when the time comes, I feel like only God can remove me from the face of this earth. Only God can allow me to disappear or be removed from this planet. I am a force to be reckoned with. I'm not being arrogant. It's not pride, not being arrogant, not being self-righteous. But I'm like Thor. I'm like Thor. You can say Incredible Hulk, but I'm like Thor from the Avengers, bro. I am a force to be reckoned with. I got a Stormbreaker. I got the Stormbreaker and I got the Mighty Hammer. The Mighty Hammer and the Stormbreaker. I keep it real. You can watch this video or you can reject. I got people unsubscribed to me because they don't even know that the video's out there. My videos are not even being recommended. It's not even being recommended. My videos no longer are being recommended. The algorithm is not on my side. The algorithm is not on my side. I'm getting like 30 views per video, 50 views, 100 views per video. This video might only get 40 because I got some real, true, loyal supporters that's going to come find my channel and look for the video. But if a lot of my subscribers, which is a couple of thousand, if they don't know that the video is out there, they're not going to know. How would they know? They're not being notified. So they might find out that the video has been released months later. YouTube. But anyway, I ain't going to get into that. Let's get back. That fight, let's make that fight happen, man. That's still a big fight. You know, losses, just because you lose to great fighters doesn't mean that it's over. Just because a fighter lose or take his first L or take his second L, lose a couple of times, it's all about how you go back to the drawing board, and it's all about how you go back and prepare and continue to perfect your craft. Continue to perfect your craft. Continue to be better. To continue to be better. Whatever doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. These guys are gladiators. These guys are warriors. Anthony Joshua, it was a great fight between him and Alexander Usyk. Usyk was the better man. I believe Joshua can most definitely bounce back and win the rematch. But right now, Usyk got more important things to worry about. He's fighting for his country. And I pray for everybody I pray for all of my brothers and sisters that's over there in the Ukraine. I pray for every single one of them. Every single one of my brothers and sisters that's over there in the Ukraine. I pray for Usyk and his family. Whatever. Usyk is doing a great deed. He's doing what he feels is necessary. Fighting for his country. I'm an ex-soldier, so I understand. That's one thing y'all got to understand. I'm an ex-soldier, so I understand. But Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua is a great fight. And Anthony Joshua is he's only getting better. Still in his prime. He's still in his prime. Only getting better. That fight against Alexander Usyk made him better. I promise you, his next fight, he will be better than he was against Alexander Usyk, because it only makes him better. When he went in there and when he lost to Andy Ruiz Jr. in the first fight, it only made him better. It only sharpened his skills. It only made him want to go back to the drawing board and perfect his craft and only be better, and even becoming a better counterpuncher, a better boxer puncher. You know what I'm saying? And he's still in his prime. It's only going to get better for Anthony Joshua. Some people say Joshua's done. He's finished. You guys ain't never laced up. You guys ain't never been no amateur boxer. You guys ain't never been no professional. How you know a fighter is finished? How do you know a fighter is finished? You're not in his body. You don't know the process. You don't know. You don't have the experience. And I'm just talking about for these boxing fans that never laced up a pair of gloves. That never even sparred before. That never been in a professional fight. And let alone they've been an amateur boxer, like myself. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say that Anthony Joshua is finished. You can't say that Anthony Joshua is done. Deontay Wilder decides to come back. Maybe it's for a big payday, because that's a big money fight. Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder is a big money fight. I promise you, it is still a big money fight. Probably could have been even bigger, if it would have happened. And they both experienced losses and whatever. But Joshua is still a big draw. Deontay Wilder has a name. Joshua has a name. Of course, Joshua is the bigger draw. The bigger star. You know what I'm saying? Globally. And Deontay Wilder has a name. People know him a few places worldwide, especially in the United States. They both have names. And if you think I'm lying, look at trending. Go look at what's trending. Look at fighters that are trending. When you look at fights, old fights, their previous fights, or fights, they last fights. Look at you go on YouTube and look at the number of views. Them fights getting over 1 million views. So those are actual people viewing the fights, going back to watch replays of the fight, going back to watch the highlights and going back to watch the fight, their previous fights, or their last fights, and old fights from these fighters, even getting hundreds of thousands of views or a couple of million views. So people know who these fighters are. They know who Tyson Fury is. They know who Dillian White is. They know who Deontay Wilder is. Of course they know who Anthony Joshua is. They know who Joseph Parker is. These fighters are getting a heck of I'm talking about a whole lot of views. When you go back and look at their fights on YouTube, look at the views. So you think all those views are bots? No, people know who these fighters are. Look at the number of views their fights are getting. When you go back and watch the fight, look at the videos. The videos are getting like over a couple of million views, or over 1 million views, or like 500K, 600K. People know who these fighters are. Just because some fighters are not big pay-per-view stars, or can do what, man. Pay-per-view ain't everything. A lot of people are streaming, so a lot of people is not really supporting like that, unless you are, the mega stars in the sport. Unless you the mega stars in the sport, you know what I'm saying? Of course, a loyal fan base is going to pay for pay-per-view, and going to pay for a fight, and pay to go watch certain fighters fight. Will actually go to the fights and pay, or some fans would pay, loyal fans would pay for the pay-per-view. Like, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people are streaming. Certain fights they are streaming, because certain fights they feel ain't worth pay-per-view. But Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua is a pay-per-view fight, and it's a big fight. I don't care where the fight is being held at, whether it's the US, UK, whatever, etc. It's a big fight. I would love to see that fight. Make that fight happen, man. Make that fight happen. We talking about two big, dangerous punchers. One a little bit more, slightly more of a technician between the other. I can say Anthony Joshua is slightly the better technician between the two. He's more the boxer puncher. Deontay Wilder is more of the technical brawler. You know what I'm saying? But he's gotten a little better. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But you got two big punchers going at it, two dangerous fighters. I agree with Mike Tyson. I would love to see that fight. I would, like Mike Tyson said it. Like if I was Joshua, I'll fight Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, they need to fight. That's the fight a lot of people still want to see. Make that fight happen. I would love to see that fight. Stylistically, that is a war. That is a great battle. I don't think Wilder done. Like honestly, I don't think Wilder done. And Joshua is far from done. Make that fight happen. That's a great fight. Even though I lean towards Joshua, but that's a great fight. You know, any one of these guys can knock each other out. You know, that's why I say that fight is dangerous. That's a dangerous fight. Any one of those guys can knock each other out. But I would lean towards Joshua winning the fight, just being slightly the better technician. But he gets hit, gets hurt, he can get taken out. The same for Wilder. He gets hit, gets hurt, he can get taken out. Because Joshua is a mean finisher. You know what I'm saying? He's a mean finisher. You know, Wilder is too. You know what I'm saying? But Joshua's more the technician, slightly the better technician between the two. But Andrew Tucker World, more live streams coming, more videos coming. Love you guys, and I'm out.